Assalamualaikum and thank you to everyone that you have attended to our discussion today. Okay, today myself, Mohd Faiz, is appointed as a chairman. Okay, today we will discuss about the impact of Kyoto Protocol towards the country that we have selected, which is China. Okay, first of all, before I start our discussion, I would like to explain more about the Kyoto Protocol, right? Okay, firstly, the Kyoto Protocol is an international treaty that extend the 1992 United Nations Framework Convention, which is the UNFCCC in America, that commits state parties to reduce the greenhouse gas emission, which is based on the scientific effect that come from the factory and also a vehicle, which means each year the gas emission will increase because the factory and the vehicle increase alongside the population of the human in the country. Okay, anyone want to add more about the Kyoto Protocol?
I think I will add something about China.
Alright.
Firstly, from what I have been research and study, because at the present time, China is one of the world's fastest growing countries in multiple aspects, such as the politics, economy, social, everything was increased at the China. And next, they also own the largest energy producer and the largest consumer of energy in the world. That was overtaking the United States in 2010. Based on that, we can see that if China is a big country, and they have what? They have overtaken the China, not China, to the world in many areas. Besides, the country also is rich with the energy resources and have the largest amount of coal in the world. Okay, next is
maybe something to add more.
I think anyone?
You want to add more about the Kyoto Protocol?
Maybe I can explain about the energy policy.
Okay.
So in the last 5 years, China accounted for almost 40% of the global growth in the use of modern renewable energy for heat in the resident sector. It is driven by the rapid deployment of solar water heater, which are increasingly cost competitive with the conventional fuel and household biogas. In industry, 70% of renewable energy used for heat it is in the light industry sector, such as food, tobacco, and machinery. Almost all of it is bioenergy, which account for 11% of the global light industry total energy demand.
Yeah, can I ask something?
Yeah.
What you mean by light industry? Like what company example? Can you give me?
Light industry, as I mentioned just now, is for the industrial sector, such as food, tobacco, and machinery. It's not the heavy industry lah. Light is not like
or some big company.
the big. That's not a product. Just a simple. About the energy policy, I would like to add on a little bit of information. The country has so far made remarkable progress, China, on development of a low carbon economy by voluntarily committing to reduce its carbon intensity per unit of GDP by 40 to 45% by 2020 compared to the 2005 level. China's energy efficiency efforts reduce energy intensity by 30% from 1995 to 2004, and its target of a 20% reduction in energy intensity in the 11th 5-year plan, which is in 2005 to 2010, aimed to reduce annual CO2 emissions by 1.5 billion tons by 2010, relative to the do-nothing trajectory. To achieve higher energy efficiency, rebalancing the country's economic structure towards a less energy intensive economy is required. The studies from China suggest it would need to reduce energy intensity by 4.3% annually over the next 2 decades. The Chinese government has publicly recognized this challenge as China is at a stage of development where energy intensive industries dominate the economy, driven by domestic and international markets.
Okay, about what you just said just now, which mean all the percentage is all about factory or about vehicle?
The percentage, it took both factory, based on what I understand, based on both factories
And the
vehicles.
vehicles.
That a little bit more about energy policy.
Okay.
The development of renewable electricity in China in the past few years is evidence of the government's strong commitment to clean energy. The growth of renewable electricity generation capacity has been greatly boosted.
I think next I will explain about the China itself, the policy.
Yeah, policy.
From what I found in 2012, the country has published a new energy policy. That name was white paper.
White paper, yes.
The objective of the paper of this is to the development of energy supply provision while addressing the needs of balance growing consumption with sustainability.
Oh.
Meaning that this include expanding the international cooperation with another country, and also at the same time promoting technical and scientific development, as well as improving universal energy access and broadening of institutional reforms in the energy sector. Next one, this will include the improve of legal framework for the sector, promoting market-oriented reforms, and also at the same time will improve the administration, reduce the direct government intervention, as well as establishing a comprehensive statistic monitoring and forecasting agency for the sector. Next is about I will explain about the renewable energy. China itself is aiming toward the renewable energy that includes hydropower, solar, wind, and also the biomass. They are also develop the nuclear development, which increase the safety and sustainability. It also aiming to construct about 1,000 new distributed generation system by 2015.
Okay, about the policy you just said just now, which is the name is what? White paper.
Energy policy white paper.
Okay, are there any other country that you using this policy as their reference, or just China using this policy?
It's only in China only.
It's only introduced in China.
Yeah. Because the country itself is too big and too wide, right? And it only can be implemented at the China only.
Oh, okay. Then that you just said just now, this policy, the China want to introduce a new source of energy such as hydro, wind, biomass, right?
Yes.
But I think China already have that type of energy. I mean, can you explain more about what they're going to do based on this policy towards the existing technology using the hydro, biomass, and others?
As you said, that's correct, right? Because China is before this also they have already introduced this renewable energy since early 19, if I'm not mistaken. But when the Japan has introduced the Kyoto Protocol, because China is one of the largest producer of
energy generation, right?
They also produce a
they also have a
emission carbon dioxide too high,
highest in the world, right?
That means they have to find a new way to reduce this one. That's why they have taken a drastic step by investing more money and technology to reduce the gas emission.
And you want to add more?
I'm sorry, if I want to ask you something. You just said the policy is cover for hydro hydro energy,
solar, wind,
solar.
and also biomass.
What you think about the government,
Mhm.
Chinese government, only focus on that four type of renewable energy, among others renewable energy.
So for example, they like what hydropower. The country China itself,
Yeah.
they have their geographical area. They
Yeah.
have also at near the sea.
Near the sea.
For the wind, they also have the largest paddy field. That also will help the country to invest this wind. For the biomass.
Biomass is the some waste products. They burn the waste product and they use the heat to produce steam and turbine.
I think that's correct because right, from what I have been listening, right, the China every day they have produced a lot of waste, like garbage, food, everything, and they have China government has seriously looked into the matter to increase the awareness among the people to reduce the
Because the population in China is very big, right? So
Yes.
the waste is also the biggest in the world.
Yes.
Okay.